Hello everybody and welcome to my 100% walkthrough of Elden Ring by Level Up Pub Gaming. So in the last episode we finished up the sewers of Lindell and made our way down to the Deeproot Depths via the Great Waterfall Basin after we defeated the twin gargoyles. So we are here at the very first grace of the Deeproot Depths, and we already took out that Erdtree avatar, got the Ash of War that was up there by those two ants. So now we're going to head on in. And this episode is about wrapping up Fia's quest. So right here, there's some butterflies in between these branches, but there are 3 different ways. Well, first, there's an item up here we can grab. Jump up on here. Ooh, mighty close. Ooh, took a little bit of damage. So you see how I took some damage there? It's because I was in the air for so long that I entered into the time zone of when the timer's gonna go up and you're gonna die. So like if you're a fraction of a second away from if you're a fraction of a second away from hitting the time mark where you will die, then that'll happen. It'll take a little bit of damage. And so also I am pulling out the beast torch because we got a bunch, and I mean when I say a bunch I mean like probably around 20 or 30 of these basilisks we gotta deal with here. So there's 3 different ways to get over this gap. We can't see it right now because we don't have the map, so I can't show you guys what I'm talking about, but we got 3 different branches that will lead us across this giant cliff right here. And this giant opening. So there's one over there. That's probably the safest way. There's one right here. We can go over here and battle these ants, and there's an item down at the bottom of that branch. But then there's a 3rd way, which is the way we're going to take, where all these signs are telling us to jump over onto this branch. We're going to come up here and go into a cave. We're going to make our way around back out. So you're going to need some projectiles here because we got a bunch of ants that we got to take down. I mean a bunch. We're going into a giant nest. So get your Flame of Frenzy and your Loretta's Great Bow out because here they are. Just start picking them off. Let's see what the charge one does. Doesn't even kill it. Think of how I can raise my magic attack. Don't really need this right here, so let's raise our intelligence 5 levels and see if that does enough damage to take him out in one blow. That's really what we want. That's it. That's the sweet spot. Okay, so this one, all you have to do is literally just hit the back of it with something, and it'll pop, and then die. And then you get some runes and a rune arc. That should be all of them. But there's one more level. You see all the rest of them up on top there. So got one more level of them to deal with. But that should be all of them that are up here. And don't waste any ammo or anything. As soon as we walk up here, they'll all start falling down. I thought they would. Hey, come on down. Hey. Yeah, there they go. It's like once a few of them drop, then the rest of them start coming. Oh. That's what I was looking for. Stop moving around. You guys sit still so I can bring you out. There's one. Whoa. Punk. Yeah, what do you think of that? Alright, that was good enough. I think these Newman runes are worth about 20 or 30,000 a piece, so yeah. You get almost an entire level up coming down here. Alright, looks like that's everybody. Oh, I guess not. Punk. Sneaky. Oh, you're sneaky too. Lord, how did I not see him? Alright, freaked me out. Yeah, if you don't like bugs, this isn't going to be your favorite part of the game. Should be everybody. So over here we have a legendary incantation. So one that you need for the trophy, for the achievements. Right here. Go ahead and shoot the ants with the pretty wings. Alrighty, that's that. Go ahead and roll on down here. I'll jump up on this branch carefully. And then hop on Torrent. We'll ride up to the fork and then ride backwards because there should be an item back there. Down this way. So go ahead and hop off Torrent just to be a little more careful. Turning around just for some holy grease. It's the only item out here on these branches, so if you don't want the holy grease, don't bother. Well, fine. I lied. There's this one too. But I meant out on the branches where you can fall. And grab this smithing stone. Now that we're across, let's make some more pots, but we're going to want to make lightning pots here because everything's going to be standing in water, or most of the stuff is going to be standing in water. And these are going to do much more damage than the fire pots will. Fire pots will still do some damage, especially the volcano ones. Those always do good damage no matter what the enemy is sitting in, whether it's water or anything else. It's going to do some brutal damage because those pots are just too good. So over here. Except for just some gold runes, but be careful. Oh yeah, let's take out these. Let's take out these ants first. You can summon the mimic to make your life easier, but it's really not necessary. You see these all go down in one shot, so the mimic would just be a luxury here, or anything else. Excuse me. Yeah, this Great Bow spell is just about as good as Frenzy Burst. Not as good, but it does the trick, that's for sure. Definitely love it. Alright, we're safe to grab all these goodies. There's a couple more ants over here. They're going to spring up from the ground, too. supplies over here. Some formic rock. Okay, so let's go grab that gold rune over here. I think it's gold rune. So be careful coming up over here because there's an opening in that cliff. So as always, jump off torrent on the branch just to be careful. And there's a massive tree. I think it's the, I don't know. In one of my messages that's at like 300 plus upvotes is this an Erd tree or is this a great tree? Because you can see the Erd tree's right here, but we're under the capital, so it's like, is this the trunk to that big golden tree that we see in the city? I don't know. Looks like it's big enough it could be. So yeah, there's nothing else over there. Just carefully come on back over this way. Now there's going to be a bunch of ants hiding in a little crevice over here, so let's throw some pots at them. Nope, didn't look at my pots. That would help. Oh shoot. Oh well. We're gonna sit down to Grace in a second anyway, so does not matter. Nice hit. Ooh, got him. Didn't think it would go through that tree, but it did. Punk. Could you please sit still? You can always tell when you finished off a group because it'll fill your flask back up. So, since my flask got filled up, it means there's probably no more ants. Alright, so moving forward, should be a Grace right over here and a finger crown to go talk to. And then that's the second part. We'll find the map here in just a second. Let's go ahead and talk to her.
Oh, Lord Godwin. Such cruelty. Such humiliation. Oh, my poor sweet lordling should have died a true death. As the first of the demigods to die, as a martyr to destined death. But why must it yet bring such disgrace? A scion of the Golden Bough, sentenced to live in death. How could such a thing come to be?
The answer to her question is Fia. That's how it came to be. Fia. Okay, we can go ahead and sit down, rest up, fill our flasks. So we're not going to be going back through that little cubby with all the ants in there. We're just going to ride on past that. So this is where we're going to need the torch out. Because it's just nothing but basilisks. Stay away from the waterfalls, because there's a bear behind one of them. And we are going to cheese that bear. We have 2 rune bears in this area. We're going to fight one fair and square, the other one we're going to cheese. Watch out, there's a gargoyle over there. He can spit fire extremely far. Like, surprisingly far. Oops. Well, yeah, so... Remember, just having this on our back does the effect. See, they're all just kind of, well, now they're attacking, but that's because I started attacking them to see how some of them are just kind of standing there staring at me. So they're still going to attack just because I've already aggroed them. But if you give them a second, they should calm down again. I'm going to go take this guy out just because he's getting on my nerves. Hear him in the background. Okay. Here is the map for the area. Right over here at this little gazebo. So let's grab that real quick. I'll show you what the game plan is. So like I said, there's a ton of basilisks around here. Just go ahead and use target lock as you're walking through, and you'll lock onto at least 2 or 3 of them. So yeah, a bunch of them. Make your life a lot easier to have this torch out. So like I said, stay away from these waterfalls. Oop, okay, now that we have the map, here's where we're at right here. So there's a rune bear inside one of these, but we can jump down this hole on top to cheese him from a cliff, which is what we're going to do, so stay away from the waterfalls. But the other rune bear, it's down below. We're going to fight fair and square. So justification for cheesing one of them. Over here for some grave glowwort. Ghost glowwort, apologies. One of the two. It's always going to be one of the two, ghost or glaive. So over here we have a gargoyle. Go ahead and hit him with some distance, because if we walk in, he's going to bombard us with fire. And like I said, these guys can reach a long distance, so don't give them a chance to reach you. Okay, so vacuum slice is pretty cool, Ash War. So this is where we're at right now. We just grabbed the map from here. We're going to clear all this out. Excuse me, I apologize. I'm going to clear all this out, and then we're going to go over to these buildings. There's a spirit spring that's going to take us up top. Then we can grab a smithing stone, and we'll come around here. We'll clear out some guards. There's more basilisks, and we'll come down through here to a site of grace. And then down below, there's going to be a wandering mausoleum. That's what this is. He's walking around here. And there's going to be a bunch of spirit guards, so guards with like no heads that fade in and out, and they're all over the place. There's a couple of knights on these branches that will shoot arrows at us, and we want to leave the mausoleum alone. I'll show you guys how to take it down, where to go to get on top to take it down, but I'm not going to take it down because these guards here drop smithing stones 5 and 6s. So we're going to need them alive, because as soon as you take down the mausoleum, they all disappear forever. And so that rune farm, or that farm for smithing stones, goes away. So we're going to take them all down, get as many stones as we can. There's a bear right here in this cave. We'll fight him. And then I'll show you guys, as we clear out the branches, how to get on top of it if you do want to take it down, but I'm not going to. And then over here we got a Crucible Knight to fight. After we fight the Crucible Knight, we will climb up on this branch right here, and it'll take us up to a little path right here, and that's when we can jump down to the hole and cheese the rune bear. And then right here is an arena where we're going to fight 2 bosses for this area, and that'll end Fia's quest. So that is progression moving forward, so let's get to it. And of course in this area you can use torch. So it's not too intense of an area. It's more just tedious than anything else. Aside from the rune bears, there's nothing too intense or difficult. It's gonna make your make your lives miserable around. Except these guys can be a little annoying. Especially when the giant Caitlyn enemies jump back. It drives me nuts. Alright, so just go around hitting target lock, making sure that all these guys are out of here. Yeah, I don't see any more, so looks like we're good. It's off the waterfall with the Rune Bear right next to this building, so just stay away from that. I made a mistake with these pots, the volcano pots. They do not scale with the Winged Insignia Talisman like I thought they did. I apologize for that. That was bad information on my part. I thought I tested it out and got it, but turns out I was wrong. I tried testing it again and it did not do anything. Get that Somber 6 out of there. It's like I hear this guy. I hear a little froggy somewhere. There's Ghost Globe Wart 5 right there. Is there another one? There's 2 of them. 3 of them. Alright, should be a 9 right here. Like that. Really gonna like that. Probably should have just parried that guy, would have been a lot easier. Okay, up over here should be a couple of ones. The Spirit Spring, yep. Let's go take the ants out real quick. So right over there is the cave with the Rune Bear. As a matter of fact, when we walk up on top, he'll actually aggro and you can hear him roaring. I'm not sure why he aggroes when we're on top, but so take the Spirit Spring all the way up to the top. And on top of this building. Go ahead and hop off. Get some arterial leaves, very much needed. And then down on this side, there should be an item. I don't think there's one on the other side, but let me double check. Yeah, there's none on the other side. So this is a fall that we can take damage on, so let's go ahead and use some soft cotton just to keep that from happening. Ooh, wrong thing. Just drop on down here. So that would have normally dealt damage. Grab the Smithing Stone 7, and this would normally deal damage too. Or not that. But if you went off the other side, it would be a little too high. And also, soft cotton silences your footsteps, so you can run up behind somebody. Critical them, they wouldn't know. Alright, I've got a couple of basilisks to take care of. Listen carefully, you can hear the bear. Oh, didn't aggro. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's awake. I don't know why he's awake, even though we're up here. He still gets aggroed, so kind of interesting. Maybe it's just a warning the devs put in to tell us he's down there. Alright, so you want to be a little bit careful around this area because they're... Oh, sorry, I missed you, dude. He's like, hey, dude, you forgot me. Over there is a couple of knights on some branches and on a building, and if they see you, they'll start shooting arrows at you, so kind of want to try not to draw too much attention to yourself. Right over there, you see him up there, right above my head. So be careful not to aggro him, because he'll see you from quite a far distance, so it's pretty aggravating. Ugh, where am I stuck? Alright, so these are the guys that drop smithing stone 5 and 6s, so we do not want to take them down, we want to keep them alive. And if we take down that mausoleum, then they will disappear forever. Which is no bueno. So before you fight that knight on that horse, you gotta come over here and take out this gargoyle. Otherwise the fire will reach all the way out to that knight on the horse while you're trying to fight him. It's very aggravating. Oh, he's gonna see me. Sorry, spirit horsey. Nothing. Cold as ice. Before we grab this grace, there's a bunch of goodies in this kind of floating graveyard here. Hop off, make sure we grab everything. One right here. Here's one in here. It's kind of hard to see some of them. So make sure you're checking extra carefully for these little beams of light sticking out. And this coffin over here will lead us back down to the Ansel River main, right where we found that little tiny Ranni doll. So totally pointless to take that. Unless, of course, you didn't do Ranni's quest, but we have, so I don't need to do it. Right, let's go grab that grace. That's everything. Yeah, I have a feeling this episode's going to be a little bit shorter in 2 hours. That's okay. I'm sure many viewers probably prefer that. I made a mistake of doing these in 2-hour segments. Should have done it in 1 hour. Okie doke. So that was the first half done. Got all that taken out. So now we're going to go down here, fight all the knights, all the guards and stuff like that. We're just going to basically work from this building over. There's a spirit spring that could take us up to the Crucible Knight. But instead of doing it that way, we're just going to go get the goodies from this building, work our way over here, fight the Rune Bear, take out all the guards, grab all the ashes, everything that's over here, make our way up these branches, and I'll show you guys how to get on the Mausoleum, but I'm not going to show you guys how to take it out. Or I'm not going to take it out, I mean. And then after we clear everything out, we'll come over here and fight the Crucible Knight, and then we'll go up and finish Via's quest. So let's get to work. These guys grouped up, you know, they don't mess around. So, I don't think you can just walk up and push them around like we could all the guards at the beginning of the game. Some of these guys, they fight back. They fight pretty hard. I'm actually gonna... We're not dealing with any more basilisks over here, so... Much easier to parry the knights. Especially because they zip in and out. Evade everything so easily. It's a lot easier just wait until they attack and then parry. Alright, got some Grave Glowwort back here. And then just like the last building, remember if you jump up towards the cliff, it'll take you right to the Crucible Knight. But if we jump up this way, it'll take us over to this ledge. Stone Sword King. Can't remember which side the item is on. I think there's an item on one of the sides. Maybe this one. So you can see the Crucible Knight from here. It's actually the only... Oh, there's no item on either side, so it doesn't matter which side we drop down on. As a matter of fact, what we can do is just jump down on Torrent. But that freaks me out because of that water ledge right there, so I'm going to just go ahead and use some soft cotton and drop down safely. That's the only female Crucible Knight in the game. We get her armor set, and it says that she is a female. Whew. Thought that might have been too far. Alright. Like I said, right about here you want to be careful, because if we aggro... Oh, yep, we got his aggro. Yep, he's shooting arrows. We gotta go around this side now, so he doesn't see us. That's what's up. Nice, Smithing Stone 4. That's what's up. Rather it had been 6, but that's alright. Watch out, these guys, yeah, they pull out their crossbows, and their crossbows can do some damage. There's alive too. Dodge my stuff. Honk. Excuse me. Let's make our way up to the room there. Let's go fight this knight first over here. Give us time to let our bestial vitality pick up. Overjumped him. Everybody's favorite, Rune Bears. So much fun. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the Crucible. I'm more worried about this Rune Bear than I am the Crucible Knight, so I'll use the flask. get all the goodies he was sleeping on. Not much, but better than nothing. And right now, wow, it's nighttime. Oh, how can I see? It's nighttime. You guys, I can't believe I caught this. This isn't a glitch. These things take naps. This thing is napping right now because it's nighttime. Oh my gosh. I've never seen this before. I've heard about it. Yep, this thing is taking a nap. Yep, every single, it's like right towards before it turns into daytime. So right towards the morning, this thing just sits down and stops moving. Every single one of them does it. If we were to transport to any other one right now, it would do the same thing. It'd be just sitting there. So that's really cool. Just wonder what was going on. So there's a big knight up there with the sword, so we can go ahead and we'll repost him to start, but then we're gonna have to parry him after we kick him off this ledge. I'm gonna pull out the parry shield, that'll help. See what he was doing. Freaking out. Oh, I can't believe I caught this Mausoleum taking a nap. Let's go over here for some Mausoleum soldier ashes. That's so cool. Yeah, so if you want to see him take a nap like this, then you have to make it nighttime and then wait until it's almost morning time. And so from what I heard, it's about 20 minutes of waiting in order to see this. 20 minutes from making it nighttime. And then you'll see this. Mausoleum taking a nap. Pretty cool. Alright, be careful coming up this way because there's a knight on a branch. It's going to start shooting right at us. So we're going to go up this way because if we run up the branch towards him, a bunch of basilisks are going to spawn and start spewing their stuff at us while we're trying to fight him. So we're going to come over here and clear these guards out first. Just trying to see which knight is shooting at us right now. Okay, I think it's him. Okay, so now we're safe from the basilisks. Oh, nope, they jumped up. Dang it. That's not good. Alright, let's kill these basilisks since he fell down. Stop jumping around. Alright, so that's one down. Oh, good lord, he came back up. That wasn't cool, dude. Oh, boy. Did you just pull your sword out there? It's a little aggravating getting to this guy, just because of the frogs. Or the basilisks, I should say. Oh, I messed that up. Alright, so before we start making our way across these branches, grabbing goodies and stuff like that, there's one more knight up on a rooftop that is going to start shooting at us. Let's go take care of him real quick. It's immediately right up this way, so that when he shoots, it misses. Right there. Good lord. Would you stop? Unlocked for me. Not sure why. Oh, looks like it woke back up. Now it's moving. Alright, so now that he's dispatched, we can roll him back down just like we did with all the other ones. Just checking to see if there's any items on either side, but there isn't. So let's go ahead and take our soft cotton. This is the last time we gotta jump up on one of these roofs. Now we can make our way up these branches. And I'll show you the jumping point in order to get on top of that mausoleum if you want to. Like I said, as soon as we take down the mausoleum, all these soldiers, including those knights that were up on top, they all disappear forever. So if you do want to farm them for any smithing stones, you will not be able to. That's why I'm leaving them here. And then, of course, you know, after we get the bell bearing to buy these smithing stones, 4, 5s, and 6s and whatnot, then, you know, come down here and take down the mausoleum. You don't need it at that point. You don't need the guards. You don't need the farm anymore, so that's kind of what you try to wait for. I try to wait until my supplies are either completely stocked up or until I have the means to buy as many as I need. And then I'll come down here and take stuff off. So there's an item out here on this branch. Should be careful coming out onto it. And I hate grabbing this item because I hate big, freaky, open places like this. I feel like a monster is supposed to come out and grab me. Like this is going to be a boss fight right on this branch. It freaks me out. I don't like it. I don't feel comfortable until I get back over here. Literally just got the heebie-jeebies. Alright. Let's grab a few loots. Up on these branches. Got this guy right here. Punk. I just ignore the basilisk at this point. I'm just going up here for items. Ooh. Lord. It's a dead end. I was looking at the wrong thing. Excuse me. Over that way. What's this? Hey, breeze. There's one item we can get right here. So before we continue up, just jump off to the side over here, so you can't reach this item from any other way. So number 7, always useful. There's some butterflies right here. And this is the branch that leads back up to where the knight was. This is where we go to jump up onto the mausoleum. Oh, good lord. That was very freaky. Yeah, be careful maneuvering with Torrent on this. So, like I said, you want to get on the mausoleum, right off these branches right here. That's all you need to do. And then there's skulls on top of it that you just knock off, and then it'll fall down and try and stand next to the tree. There's a tree on it. See the tree right there, right above my head? Try and stand next to that tree when you take it down, because it'll knock you off. It'll do a little gust as it sits down, settles into the ground, and if you're not next to that tree or close enough on the edge, it'll knock you off and then it'll crush you and kill you. So yeah, be careful when it's coming down. Alright, that's everything. Like I said, I'm going to ignore the basilisk because they're a pain in my butt. But I'm going to take a quick sip of my water, forgive me, and then we're going to take down a Crucible Knight. This guy better not be coming towards me. Better turn around, buddy. Don't you do it. Don't do it, don't do it. I don't want to hurt you, dude. There you go. Okay. So yeah, be parrying. Let's go ahead and get buffed up. For that, we get a staff that scales with strength and faith, I believe. Pretty cool staff. Pretty cool weapon art where it charges up and shoots out that beam, that holy beam. Yeah, we can do that. We get the coolest Crucible Knight set in the entire game. I love this set. It looks really cool. Yeah, it just looks awesome. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna wear it for a little bit. Although, let's change this to... Because it looks better. Ooh, my heavy load. Felt like a heavy load. Oh, it's a medium. I'm getting close to a heavy load, though. That's for sure. Okay. Now, let's go over to here. We have done everything. Cleared all the goodies out, except for the bear. We're going to go down to that hole right there and cheese it, but we just need to make our way back up these branches, and there's a site of grace over here. Let's go ahead and teleport over here, and we'll level up. Okay. Alright, don't need this anymore. Switch that back over. Yeah, that's good. Alright, you guys, we gotta make our way up these branches, see all these gargoyles sitting up on the roofs and stuff, so they're gonna be blowing fire at us. We gotta ride past them and then get behind them in order to take them out, because otherwise they're gonna just blow a path of fire straight at us. So just ignore all these goodies. Well, I mean, you can grab them on your way up, but... Ugh. Yep. But then we gotta run. Gotta run. Otherwise we're gonna get bombarded with fire and sparks. Something over here. So Prince of Death Staff, I believe this scales with faith and intelligence. So if you're doing a pure mage build, you're doing both faith and intelligence, that's a good staff to go with. I have a build that's doing that currently. So as soon as I get my faith up in that build, then I'll be using that staff too. So like I said, just run past everything. Jump up onto this tiny little branch right here. Or no, actually, sorry, my apologies. It's the wrong spot. Jump up here. There we go. Ooh! I think I could reach up here. Oops. 1, 2. Alright, so come up this branch real quick so we can grab a grace just in case you fall down or die. And Torrent isn't allowed, you're not allowed to get on Torrent right here. So if you jump off from that building or that branch right there to try and jump right here, you will die. So do not do that. But go ahead and touch this grace real quick. And we'll go ahead and hop back up on Torrent. And that branch that I almost fell off, we do got to get back up onto that. That's the next way we gotta go. So come up over here. This branch right here. Come on, Torrent. What are you doing? Let's do this. There we go. And then if we hop back up onto this branch, come down over here. Right here, we can jump on down to this branch. Just make sure you don't miss like that red phantom just did. We got a couple of ants we gotta shoot out of the sky over here. Just don't fall down the hole to our right. Not yet. Oh yeah, it's a whatchamacallit, plate head. Wait for him to jump. It's always the best way to hit him. Sorry, I forgot there was a plate head over here, otherwise I would have warned you. Thought there were just 3 regular ants. Okay. Should be everything. Just that glove ward, and then now we gotta go fight the bear. But we're just cheesing the bear, so don't worry about it. Drop on down here, and then carefully walk along this ledge to this branch. And this bear does drop something that will help with the boss fight coming up, but we're not going to use it. You can use it if you want, but it's kind of pointless. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this bear poisoned. There we go. Now let's go ahead and get the water. Can you please? This thing can really piss you off sometimes. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it's rotted. It's rotted and poisoned now, so it's going extra fast. So we'll start getting the bleed going. Oh, whoa. That rotten poison came off quick. Very weird. I'm just gonna start hitting it with some frost. Afraid one of his breaths are gonna knock me off. Somebody get that bleed while the frost was on. Before that, he'll drop a talisman, I believe. Prince of Deaths should help prevent death blight buildup. So the stuff that all those toads spray out, the basilisks, helps prevent against that. So that is that. We've cleared everything out in the Deeproot Depths. Now all that's left to do is take out the last boss of this area, and I wanted to show you something real quick, because we do have time to do it. This is our new Rune farm. So we're no longer going to be farming the Vulgar Militiamen over in the field in Caelid. When we need to level up, we're done with this farm. So no longer do we need to go up there. Whenever we need to get runes for a level up, we're going to come here. And all we're going to do is put on the gold scarab, come down here, take this guy out, then hop up on Torrent. So that's 4,200 right there. And 4,200 right here. And then just back over to the Grace. And do that again, and again, and again. 8,000 at a time. Adds up quick. And so I'm going to do that until we get to another level up, and then we'll go fight these bosses. Because there are two. One right after the other. But we'll get a chance to heal up in between boss fights. I always wait a few seconds before I actually click on the transport or the teleport because I want the runes to go through. I'm always nervous if I do it too quickly, then the runes won't have a chance to get added. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but I feel like it is. And this rune farm is a lot less dangerous because, yeah, these guys don't fight back. And then every once in a while you'll be farming these guys, and all of a sudden you'll see an increase of about 20,000 runes, and you're thinking like, whoa, where'd those come from? It's because one of them had gold eyes, and so if they have gold eyes, they'll drop 5 times what they normally drop, so you get 20k on one of them, which is the entire field of the demolition man. So this is our new rune farm until we get to the last one of the game, which is going to be in about 10 episodes. It's over there. We're already at a level up. Or close to it. One more. That's how quick it was. Where we started at 40,000, and then in just a few minutes we're already at a level up at 100k. So this is where we come to farm for level ups now. Or just if you need runes in general. And always make sure you have the gold scarab on, because without it on, it's only like 3,800 or 3,200 or something like that. And I might actually have some stuff to go upgrade weapons with, so let me do this one more time just to have a few runes. Okay. Go to the round table hold, see if there's anything we can upgrade. And if not, we'll spend our runes and then we'll come back.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your arm.
No, doesn't look like it. Not quite yet. We can't actually, never mind. We can't start upgrading these. Yes, okay, so the scales with faith and intelligence. So if you're trying to do a dual mage build, there you go. So remember, leaving 1 somber 7 for a weapon that we're going to pick up a little bit later. I should probably leave 2 just in case. But going to leave 1 somber 7. Make sure I have a somber 6 too. Okay, cool. So I want to make sure we keep 1 of each of these so that we can upgrade this weapon that we're going to get later on to fight a boss with. Alright, let's go spend these runes. Actually, I've been spending runes on arrows. So right now I'm stocking up on flame arrows. So this guy here in Caelid sells the fire arrows. I usually do this once my materials fill up for crafting, because I'm at, let me show you, almost 999 herbas, maxed out on smoldering butterflies, melted mushrooms, glintstone fireflies, fergal blooms, Tarnished golden flowers. I'm getting close to 600 on volcanic stone, so once I get to about this area, I start purchasing
how nice.
the actual arrows from the guys that sell them. So these fire arrows, the proper ones, and not the ones made out of beast bones and feathers that we make. So I maxed out on serpent arrows, regular bolts, stuff like that. So just going through and stocking up on all the different types of arrows, little by little, until we're completely maxed out and we have whatever we want at our disposal. Alright, let's go and finish Via's quest. Oh, take that off. Alright, you guys, let's do it. Alright, so for this fight, we basically got 3 NPCs that we have to fight. But it comes in one right after another. So we fight one, and then we fight another one, and then we fight 3 at the same time, which is really, really aggravating. So I'm going to make another one of these. So in between the fights, we'll go ahead and try and... Let me get rid of this poison pot that I had. We'll go ahead and try and reapply the uplifting aromatics so that we can take one of the hits, because we're going to have 3 people trying to fight us at once. We don't get to summon for it, so it's aggravating and it can be really troublesome, especially if you're not good at PvP and stuff, which I am not. I'm horrible at PvP, because fighting NPCs is different than fighting, you know, regular enemies or bosses in the game. They dodge really well. Their hitboxes are small and hard to get. So yeah, wish me luck. I'm not very good at this fight. Ooh, need to go ahead and change that. Boost to intelligence instead. Alrighty, here we go. So we can run in a little bit before we actually start need to buff up. And that right there is Godwyn the Golden. That, if you think that looks like a fish, it is. It's the bottom half of his body turned into like a mermaid with scales, or like a dragon maybe. But that is his golden hair. That is his nose right there above my head. Those are his eyes right there. You have to turn your head sideways in order to see his face. It's the same kind of face that was below Stormveil Castle. But that's not what we're fighting. So I thought that was the boss that we were going to fight when I first came in here. It freaked me out. Guys. I'm going to try and use Carrion Piercer on all these NPCs we're about to fight. That's my strategy for this. There's none. One down. Oh, we can summon for this. I had no idea. Wow. For some odd reason I thought we had to do this on our own. My apologies, you guys. I had no idea we could summon for this. I'm not sure what happened in my previous playthroughs where I thought we couldn't. And there's Via now. Maybe it only busted out the last one, and the first 2 you couldn't summon. I wasn't paying attention. Because I thought I'd just be flat out couldn't summon for it. Oof. Boy, do I feel foolish. Alright, let's pop a squat and heal. And we'll go talk to Fia.
Ah, there you are. I knew you would come. What is it you intend? To deny us and our ways, like the dogmatic brutes of the Golden Order?
Saying no, I want to be held.
You are an odd one. I am the guardian of those who live in death. They call me a foul and rotten witch. Yet you still wish to be held by me?
Alright, go ahead and talk in secret.
Have you ever seen a Hallowbrand? When the first of the demigods died, his flesh was marked with the half-wheel wound of the centipede. Godwyn's Hallowbrand has since been recovered at the Round Table Hold. But there is another Hallowbrand out there somewhere, and I must find it before the time comes we receive our Lord. When Godwyn died, a Hallowbrand scored his flesh, but another exists. Another mark in the shape of the half-wheel wound of the centipede, and I must find it before the time comes we receive our Lord. My hands will be dirtied once more by the deed. Will you still let me hold you, even then?
So we already grabbed what she's talking about. It was the centipede curse mark that was on Ranni's body when we beat the Godskin noble in front of the Divine Tower of Liurnia. So we already grabbed what she's talking about, so we can go ahead and give it to her. If you haven't, you have to go do that at the Divine Tower. You have to turn the Carrion Study Hall upside down and then go fight the Godskin noble, or you can run past him and then grab the curse mark and then come back here.
This is the other Hallowbrand. How did you... Oh, my utmost thanks. With this, Godwyn can take his rightful place as first of the dead and claim a second, illustrious life. You are our true champion. And though I can't be of any use to you, can I hold you tight? If only for a moment.
So this one is just a one-off. After you use it, it's gone forever. But it will stay in your inventory, and it does not lower your health like the other one does. But it does the same thing. It boosts your poise.
I will soon lay with Godwyn, and it will surely stir within me the new life of the Golden Prince, and first dead of the demigods, as the rune of those who live in death. Please, do one thing for me. Brandish this child, my rune, and take for yourself the throne. Stay the persecution of those who live in death by becoming our Elden Lord.
So I think she says the
I
same
will
thing.
soon lay with to brandish stay the by becoming.
And so we go sit down at the Grace and then talk to her one more time.
This is goodbye, my dear, but I am satisfied. I choose to lie with Godwyn of my own will, not the remains of one chosen for me, and I will bear a child who will inherit your warmth too. What greater blessing could there be but to be born a deathbed companion? This is good, but I choose, and I will who will inherit. What great.
And so now we have one more boss to fight. We have to enter Fia's dream and fight a dragon. And this dragon is a dragon that Godwyn had befriended before he had died. And now he's with him in Fia's dream. So it's going to be in this arena, so there's going to be water everywhere. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to scream, and it's going to let off a bunch of clouds of death blight everywhere. So you just got to avoid them. Don't walk into them. Summon your mimic. And I swear this thing has extra poise resistance. I couldn't break its poise with Lion's Claw. So we're going to try and do the Rock Sling, but if it doesn't break its poise in the first like 5 that I sling at it, then we're going to go ahead and switch over to the Ice Rag. What is it called? Yeah, Ice Rag. We're going to try and ice it with the Mimic. And we're overall just going to stay away from it. We're going to make a few poison pots to try and poison it real quick. 4 should do the trick. I'm not going to bother trying to rot it. We'll just try and poison it. And then just try and stay at its feet and take it down with magic as quick as we can. So, alright, let's see. Already healed up. Oh, no, we gotta sit down. Sorry. She's gotta enter her little dream. So now she's asleep. And so all the buffs will stay applied after we've applied them. It's not like an invasion where you go in, the buffs come off, so we can buff up and then go inside her dream first. So we're not going to have much time to buff up the Mimic, so I recommend just summon it and then heal and then use this really quick, the Uplifting Aromatic, and then get right to business. So let's go ahead and buff up here first. Alright, so stay away from these clouds. Oh, it's doing some damage. I did not realize how much damage I was doing. I'll get away from this. Send a shockwave out. Try and dodge it into the lightning if you see it coming towards you. But see, he hasn't staggered yet. I've hit him with about 5 of these. Okay, so like I said, just watch out for the shockwaves right there. Oh, there it was finally, after, I don't know, 5 or 6. Ink Mimic. Before that we get a Remembrance and a big chunk of runes. And then we're going to teleport out of the dream. Okay, so directly after that dragon fight, my game crashed and I had to restart my computer, so I've had to splice this video into the previous video, so I apologize if it seemed like it skipped or stuttered there for seconds, because it literally did. So, but luckily the beating the dragon went through and everything like that, so let's go ahead and grab the Mending Rune off of Fia. And this is the Mending Rune we need for her ending. We now can do Fia's ending. Her quest is complete. Almost complete. We have one more thing to do. We sit down with Grace and this happens.
Ha!
Prince of Death, take a good long look. See the wrath of the Golden Order, the Order's justice writ in blood. This is what's become of your precious witch. Naught but expired meat and bone. This is a proper death, O Prince. Look at this rotten whore. No more children can be got from this useless flesh. Behold, your mother is dead. Hello. The rotten witch is dead. The Golden Order unsullied. Now I can look my brother Darian in the eye. Honeyed rays of gold, deliver my spirit.
And that's it. We can grab Fia's hood and robe, and if we come sit down, Dee's brother is gone, and we get the twinned armor set back. Along with the inseparable sword, which has Sacred Blade on it. Rest in peace, Fia. And this will take us over to the capital of Lindell. We are done with the Deeproot Depths, you guys. Congratulations on making it through. Now I'm nervous my game's gonna stall out again. Okay, cool. Yeah, that freaked me out. That's the first time my game's crashed in quite a while. So we're just right back here at the start, right by where Bach is. And so the last thing I wanted to do this episode is go back into Ranni's questline, now that we're done with Fia. So let's go over to the waterfall basin over in Noxtella. We got a pretty brutal NPC fight we gotta do real quick. We level up. Oh, we can talk to Ranni too. Forgot about this.
Even when I turned my back upon the Two Fingers, Blaidd remained my loyal ally. Though he was created a vassal for an Empyrean, he was a colossal failure on the part of the Two Fingers, Blaidd and E.G. both. Art willing to give too much to me, yet they both understand what lieth beyond the dark path, that I must betray everything and rid the world of what came before. Should I add thee to the list? Another one, kind of heart. As kind of heart as they. This form hath loosened my tongue. I've let slip too much. Forget what thou'st heard. Forget.
That's it. That's 36. We got a few basilisks in here real quick. But then for this fight, we're going to want to use the rock sling. Because we are basically fighting Blaidd right now. It's Blaidd's, like, shadow. You know, his, his sort of, invasion form. So it's a red form of him. Not actually Blaidd, but his, like, shadow or whatever. His bloody finger, I should say. Okay, so I'm gonna get buffed up right here because as soon as we come around that corner, he comes in.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell
Tell the two fingers that Ranni the witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to
Didn't realize
heal.
he could heal too. I'm gonna reach him. If he comes near us, he will do some seriously disturbing damage.
Beautifully fought. My thanks. 'Twas more of a challenge than I envisioned. Now I can finally stand before them. This is farewell, my dear. Tell Blaidd and Eg I love them.
That part always breaks my heart. Alright, some butterflies over here. Now we're headed into one of the worst areas in the entire game. If you thought anything was bad up to this point, this is where it just gets absolutely ridiculous. So I can't help but wonder, we got magic in this elevator, but when we went and got the Dark Moon spell, or no, we haven't done that yet. Never mind. I'll show you. Just pay attention to the fact that there was magic in that elevator. Watch, I'll send it back up. See how there's magic? Lifting the elevator up, just keep that in mind. I want to point something out to you guys later. Maybe it's all in my head, maybe it's actually a thing, who knows, we'll see. And here we are at the Lake of Rot, you guys. We cannot summon Torrent here. We have to walk through all this rot, the entire thing. So we have some items that are going to make it a lot easier. We're going to need Flame Cleanse Me. You cannot do this with boluses. We don't have the materials to make the boluses, and at least to make enough boluses to get through this entire thing without dying. So you need Flame Cleanse Me. If you don't have the faith to be able to cast it, you need to put on talismans to get your faith up, or Rebirth so that you have enough faith that you can cast it, because you're going to need it here. And we're going to need the mushroom set armor that we got out of the whatchamacallit, Seathwater Cave. So if you have not done Seathwater Cave yet, make sure you do that right here, because that has the mushroom armor set that we're going to need to get through this. It's going to raise our immunity to great lengths. And trying to think if there's anything else to do this episode. Oh yes, before we go, we're going to go over to Ranni, because that key that we just picked up, the discarded palace key or whatever it's called, that is the key that goes to this chest right here. We can finally get what's in it. Yes, discarded palace key. Dark Moon Ring, so we're going to need that in the next few episodes. So, alright you guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. It's a bit of a short episode. I think I'm going to end like half hour early, because before my game cut out and crashed, I think I was at like 1 hour and 25 minutes or something, so it's only going to be about an hour and a half long episode, I think. So it's a short one, but I don't want to get into the Lake of Rot yet, so I don't want to get into that and do about half of it and then start the other half at the beginning of the next episode. Just want to do it all in one episode. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here, and I'll meet you guys over at the Lake of Rot Shoreside. In between then, don't forget, we got a new level up. We got a new rune farm to level up at, so being halfway to a level up is much easier to get to now. I'm going to go ahead and wait and do a little bit of the Lake of Rot before I level up. But I will do some farming for materials and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll upgrade any weapons that I can upgrade with any of the stones that we found in the Deeproot Depths. And I might go down to the Deeproot Depths and do a couple of run-throughs of those soldiers so I can get some smithing stone 6s. So I will see you guys at the Lake of Rot in the next episode. So until then, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you got any knowledge you want to drop as a content creator, I'm always looking to learn from anybody that knows more than me. And I'm eager to learn because I'm new to this and I love it. It's so much fun. But until the next one, you guys, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other. I love you guys. I'll see you later.